What's up, guys? This is your boy David and my co-host Carlos, and I'm
What up, guys?
coming at you live from Los Angeles, California.
You're right next to me.
No, I'm not, bro. I'm in LA for Wrestlemania. Okay, shut that up. Shut.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Ball Boys Podcast. I'm your host, Carlos, aka Braids.
And I am your host, David Kuhn. Just kidding, just
And
David.
finally back.
Well, you're finally back. Shit.
Logan let me go. Or whatever the hell he was doing.
Yeah, Logan Paul finally let you go, that bastard.
But yeah, we're back at it again. And
So how was your little vacation with Logan Paul?
well, it wasn't really a vacation. He had me tied up.
Was he just feeding you prime energy drinks?
Yep. Which I didn't mind.
What did he tell you? He's like, hey, which one tastes better?
Yeah, I was their test dummies for their new flavors.
Honestly, dude, I have never tried Prime.
Yeah,
I've
like
never tried Prime.
I like them.
Which one's your favorite?
The new one that came out, the strawberry watermelon, whatever.
Strawberry
The pink one.
watermelon. Yeah. But first of all, we got to tell you, as you can see, we're trying a new format. The first one, I was too claustrophobic, so I didn't like sitting next to this guy. So that's why we're basically in the same table. It's just we're different angles. But yeah, no, we're trying something new. See how it works. Just tell us how it is in the comments down below. So you haven't been here in a minute. I made a video the other day. So is there anything you want to get off your chest? Or any personal things that you just want to get out?
Well, no. You?
Do you want to talk about your why you weren't here for about a week and a half?
Nah.
Bro, how do you expect us to become famous if you're not going to share a little tidbit of your life here?
No, nothing happened.
So really nothing. Look, you want to say something? I can tell you want to say something, fool.
No, I'm good.
You're good. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This fool's car broke down, so he had to buy a new one. That's why he couldn't be on the show. There, I said it for you.
Yep. Basically.
Shit. And then what? They didn't let you work for about a week because they're being petty as hell.
Yeah.
That's why I left, man. That's why I left. That's why I left. I can't say shit about that company. I mean, I don't know if I say shit about the company because you might get in trouble, but I don't fucking care, dude.
I mean, whatever you say about them, that's your opinion.
I've got a lot of things to say. First of all, if you didn't catch it, guys, I did do a live stream on on Saturday. I didn't do a Sunday one because things happened, but this past weekend was Wrestlemania. Let me move the camera real quick. Wrestlemania, and it isn't like before where it's just one night. Now it got cut up to Saturday and Sunday. And like I said in the video before, the reason they did that was because they pretty much have too many people to where the show went 6 hours.
Okay.
And then so they saw what Japan was doing, and they're like, all right, well, let's copy what they're doing and make it in 2 nights. But yeah, no, you don't watch wrestling anymore, do you?
No, not really. Other than whatever pops up on Twitter and Instagram here and there, which is like the main things. Like from Wrestling Night 1, WrestleMania Night 1, I saw Logan's highlights. I saw John Cena's highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Rey Mysterio was the first night, right?
Yes.
I saw their highlights, and then I think then the other night 2, which was um, night 2. We'll get to it. It was Edge, Roman Reigns. Oh, and then night 1 was also that, what was it? Gunther and all of
And
them.
Sheamus and Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those. I saw those highlights on Instagram.
Man,
But you know, WD does it good to where they only show like 15 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So to start off WrestleMania, the first match was John Cena versus Austin Theory for the U.S. Championship, and the thing is, John Cena hasn't wrestled that much in the last couple of years because he's gone Hollywood. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously the show is called WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, but he's Mr. Hollywood now because honestly, I think he's a funny actor. Like
Yeah, he's really good.
he he plays like that goofy big guy very well. Like that's his trait. Like the muscly, like kind of like action heavy person,
Yeah.
but there's like is dumb or like funny at the same time, which is what he has. Like he has a sense of humor. But yeah, no, the Austin Theory versus John Cena match. I mean, it is what it is. I personally, like I said, I've for every match I've watched the build ups. I've watched what they were gonna do, and this one you could pretty much tell who was gonna win because I mean it's John Cena doesn't wrestle that much anymore. So
Yeah, and then isn't Austin like uh what would you call it? Like their new star they want to push.
yeah, I mean it's Austin Theory is like one of their newer like rising stars. He's only like 26, 25, somewhere
Yeah.
around there, and I'm like, what? Every time I hear that, he's like, oh, he's only 25. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, dude? Seriously, but yeah, no, it was obvious who was gonna win this. John Cena lost, but he lost because they did a ref bump
Oh,
or
okay.
like a semi ref bump, and when the ref wasn't looking, Austin Theory just right into
Oh,
the you
dang.
can't see me's and ended up hitting his finisher, and then boom, 1, 2, 3.
Uh,
So yeah, Austin Theory won that match. Nothing too much to talk about. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I didn't think John Cena was gonna win because like he said he has to go back to Hollywood and make all these
yeah, yeah.
movies. Um, After that was the men's showcase, which was just different tag teams going at it against each other, and it
Oh, okay.
was the Street Profits versus Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Let me see if I can get all these right without looking at my notes. Yeah, so Street Profits versus Ricochet, Braun Strowman, Alpha Academy, which is a guy named Otis, was a really chunky guy, but he was funny as hell, and Chad Gable, and then the Viking Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was
So four
four
tag
teams. Yeah,
teams,
yeah, four tag teams. It was like a fatal four-way tag team men's showcase.
but
But
for no belts or nothing,
no, no,
right?
no belts. It's just well, the implication is in this match that whoever won would get a
Was
future.
gonna
Yeah,
go.
in the
Oh,
future would
okay.
be like pushed. But holy shit, dude, this match really just blew my mind. Like I thought it was gonna be nothing, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go take a piss. I'm gonna make some. Hell no! I started watching it, and I'm like, what the fuck? That was cool. Oh, what the fuck? That was cool. Oh, what the fuck? That was cool. Oh, what the fuck? They actually did like what a Tower of Doom is spot.
Hmm.
You
Maybe we explain it.
So a Tower of Doom spot is when like pretty much everybody just bunches in a corner. Somebody's gonna hit a suplex from the top corner. Another guy gets under him and does a power bomb, and then another guy like does something. It's
Oh,
basically when
okay.
they all just kind of make like a
Yeah,
little ladder and they just kind of fall
yeah,
forward.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what the Tower of Doom spot is. But the way they did it in this match was very creative. Everybody got in their spot right in the corner, and at the very end, one like they pushed off from the corner, but they didn't fall. So they were actually standing. And one guy jumps on top of the corner that they were at, does a front flip, and just makes everybody just splat down on the ground.
Wait, so all 8 people were in one corner?
Pretty much.
Dang.
Yeah. So like two of them were at the bottom holding like two other guys with their shoulders.
Yeah, yeah,
Another guy had like two other guys had two guys like in the suplex. And then like I said, they just pushed off the corner. They didn't fall. And then one last guy got to the corner, and then he did like basically a front flip or a
yeah.
senton is what it's called,
Hmm.
and he just made everybody just fall forward and everybody just splat onto the mat. It was amazing. That same dude did a springboard shooting star press. Okay,
Which
you
is
know what?
that the one? What was his name? The the high flyer from the 90s.
I forgot what his name was, but yeah, no, you know what a shooting star
I
press is,
think
right?
so.
So it's when you get on the top corner and you do a backflip, but
And then
instead
you
of
switch it.
no, like you're facing forward, like you're on the top corner and you're facing towards the ring, and you do a forward backflip. That's what a shooting star
Oh,
press is. Yeah,
okay.
it's the one that Brock Lesnar did a long time ago. That almost
Yeah,
broke his neck, which is funny as hell.
yeah,
But you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah, he did that running from one corner to the other, jumped on top of the corner, and then from the corner did a springboard on the ropes, shooting star press outside of the ring.
Outside of the ring.
Outside the ring. So he
Dang.
went from out from on into the ring, springboard, which he jumped from the ropes and did a shooting star press outside to where there were like two guys ready to catch him. So yeah, this match was very exciting. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I mean,
Hmm.
overall, both weekends was pretty fun.
Who
Night
ended up
one,
winning that match?
the Street Profits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Street Profits ended up winning. I mean, it was like I said, it was a great match. It was just one after the other. The next match after that, I believe, was what was it? Podge, I'm trying to remember. I just saw the replay right now. Hold on one second. Let me. Sorry, it's because like I said, a lot
Well,
of
while
stuff.
you're looking that up, I don't know if you're gonna talk about it or not, but um, didn't WWE just get purchased by the company UFC
Mm-hmm.
owns?
Yes.
Were you gonna talk about that?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that afterwards because
Okay,
that happened right after.
I was just making sure you did have it.
Let's see.
So while you're looking for that, what was your favorite night?
Night one,
Night one?
without a doubt. Without a
Yeah.
doubt, was night one.
Why was night two kind of rush or just not enough
It,
superstars or what?
it wasn't that it was rush. It just hold on, what was it? Let's see. It just that it wasn't rush. It felt like night was more entertaining than two.
Mm.
So the men's showcase was the women's no that was, women's tag team was in night two. Shit, after that, uh, trying to see.
What uh was that night one?
That was night one.
Yeah, it's highlights too. That's crazy. I didn't think they would let them lose.
Dude, they just hold on.
Well, it's for a better story for
Ye-
what's his name to win
yeah, no, I mean,
honorary Uso.
yeah. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. Okay, after that was can't believe I forgot that. The match right after that, Logan Paul. Yeah.
Right?
That was right
Oh,
after, which was like I said, the main show was fun, but this stupid fun. Like you got the over the top entrance by Logan Paul, who he came down in a zip line,
yeah.
and then he was accompanied down the ring with a guy in a prime hydration bottle. But I'll spoil the surprise here in a little bit. But
I already know.
yeah, you already know, but people don't know here. But yeah, no, he came down, walked down the entranceway with somebody in a prime hydration, mascot,
Yeah.
and then Seth Rollins, had some guy orchestrating his theme song because everybody chants to his theme song whenever he comes
Oh,
out.
okay.
So everybody was chanting it, and then even during the match, they were still chanting his
Yeah.
thing. So about halfway through the match, Seth Rollins goes out, and then the guy in the mascot interferes. And when he takes off his mask, it turns out to be KSI.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, KSI is buddies with Logan and Jake Paul, and he's like a big
No, just
YouTuber.
Logan Paul.
Is Logan Paul? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like big time YouTubers. So
They're partners in Prime.
yeah. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, it's KSI. Best part of the match was Logan Paul had Seth Rollins on the announcer's table, and KSI had the cell phone doing a selfie.
Yeah.
Trying to do it, all for for social media and whatnot. And then in the top corner, you see Logan Paul just celebrating and just spitting out Prime.
Yeah.
And then as he jumps, literally perfect timing because they coordinated very well. Perfect timing. Seth Rollins grabs KSI, pulls him towards the table as he gets off, and then bam, just Logan Paul body slams KSI through a table.
with the frog splash.
with the frog splash. That was so fun. That was so fun to watch. And then
Yeah.
after that, Logan Paul gets back into the ring. Seth Rollins hits a few moves, hits his finisher. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins wins.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's why you got your freedom, because, and that's
Yeah,
why you're free right now.
that's one of the few things that went viral like right away.
The
The
Logan
little
Paul in
frog
case.
splash.
Yeah. After that, we had the six woman tag match between Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita. Remember those girls, Trish Stratus and Lita?
If I see him, probably.
Oh well, they're like big time '90s.
Oh wait, Lito
Lita was
was.
with Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
her,
Yeah.
and then Trish Stratus, the the
Dang.
blonde.
How
Yeah,
old is she?
like in her 40s, 40s, 50s, somewhere in there.
Oh, that's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, I know, but they did a pretty okay job. I mean, for not being in the ring too much,
At
they
least
they
they
didn't.
didn't pull a Shane.
We'll talk about that here in night two, but yeah, no. So it was a women's match, and then they did a good job. I mean, for not being wrestling too much, they did
Yeah.
an okay job. It was fine, and then it was against a team called Damage Control, which consists of wrestlers Bailey, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. And like I said, nothing much to talk about. I mean, Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita won, of course, because I mean it's Trish
Yeah.
Stratus and Lita, so they won. And then after that was one match that I was looking forward to all weekend was Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio,
Yeah.
and the entrances were just mwah,
Yeah. For both of them.
for both of them. They were just mwah. Um, with Dominic Mysterio coming out as being escorted
Mm.
from a police caravan, and then like he was wearing one of Rey Mysterio's old mask, and it was just over the top. But
Yeah.
the best entrance had to be Rey Mysterio, where he comes out with the lowrider and comes out with Snoop Dogg driving the lowrider, makes
Yep.
it better. First comes out to Snoop Dogg's song "Ain't Nothing But a G Thing,"
Yep.
and then it transitions to "Viva la Raza" by
Yep.
Eddie Guerrero, and
Mm-hmm.
then it transitions to Rey Mysterio's song. But yeah, no, father and son, back and forth. It was a good match. Dominic Mysterio's buddies got involved. By the way, I have you on full camera. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, Dominic Mysterio's buddies got involved. Rey Mysterio's family got involved. Just everybody got involved. And one thing that kind of tripped me out was throughout the whole match, in the ring and on the arena and everything, there's advertisements for Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But what was the big thing about that? Like, what was the big deal about it?
Well, the big deal was let me put you
Like,
on.
they're just promoting anything now?
Well, I mean, of course they have to get sponsors. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but it just kind of threw up because the rivalry was kind of serious.
And then they had like a little friendly logo. Oh, okay.
That's what
That
took.
was the big deal
Yeah, that
about
was
it.
the big deal. It's just like, come on,
Oh,
like they could have used it for like the men's showcase earlier in the day. And
yeah.
that would have made more sense than this kind of serious,
Oh, okay.
feud.
I thought just they didn't like that they had a sponsor or something.
Yeah, no, they had sponsors all day, but
But also a clip that went viral from that fight was Mysterio spanking Dominic with the belt
yeah,
in the corner,
yeah, they did
and then
that.
Bad Bunny's special guest commentator, didn't he?
Hmm. Yeah,
El Benito.
what else did you know about that wrestling match?
And then he was taking off the turnbuckle. It distracted the ref, and he had a chain ready to, but then Bad Bunny stopped him from it. Which I think, well, are they trying to bring Bad Bunny to the Puerto Rico one?
So Bad Bunny is actually going to be the guest host for pay per view, or they're not called pay per views anymore. They're called premium live events. The next one is called Backlash, and it's going to be live from San Jose, Puerto Rico.
Mm.
So Bad Bunny is going to be the host of that show. So that's why they kind of tied it in with the promotion with him being on there.
Like, is it gonna be a host into like where he's just presenting the fights, or he's gonna choose like what he wants to see?
It's more of like the way the Miz was doing, like just like, hey,
Okay.
welcome to the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Hope you
okay.
guys, just
And then
all,
maybe he'll get like one match.
yeah, yeah.
or he, because the Miz was involved in a lot of disputes both of the nights, right?
Hmm.
So maybe they'll do something like that for him.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, so you know, like you said, you spoiled the ending, which at the end, Dominic Mysterio did try to get the turnbuckles away, and then once the ref was occupied, he tried to get a chain. Bad Bunny interfered. Rey Mysterio hit a 619. 1, 2, 3, boom. Rey Mysterio wins it.
I wonder how that's gonna work out because Bad Bunny and Damon Priest are buddies, aren't they? So now, like, are they gonna be enemies or
Yes,
something?
but they know they. I mean, they know showmanship. I mean, of course, like when you're on camera, you got to be bad guy, good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, no. So yeah, and then oh, old school '90s faction named Latino World Order was also reformed. Rey Mysterio presented a group that's there with
Oh, El Fantasma and all of them. Or is
yeah,
that the one you're talking about?
yeah.
Okay.
So they were there and they helped them out. So whatnot. And then after that was the co-main event, which was Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, and a lot of people don't like Charlotte Flair. A lot of people do not like her. I don't understand why. Maybe because she's been pushed too much, and because she's a Flair,
Ric
and she's
Flair's
been
daughter.
yeah, and she's been pushed in front of everybody's faces, which I I can kind of understand that. Like what if what if I pushed you all the time? You were middle of the screen all the time like this. But
I mean, at the same time, they gotta understand she is a Flair, so
yeah,
Ric
she's a
Flair has done a lot for that company.
yeah. So 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 Charlotte Flair, like I said, she gets a lot of slack for being a Flair and being pushed a lot, but Rhea Ripley is also very talented. They are both very talented. Like Charlotte Flair is hella talented, but so is Rhea Ripley. She's WWE's goth mommy because she dresses all in like goth and she
Yeah.
like heavy metal and all that. But yeah, there's a lot of people be simping over her.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it was a fucking phenomenal match between both of them. Just the lady, what do you see?
Uh, thought I saw a squirrel or something. Squirrel.
Goddamn dog, chipero that you are. So, anyways, yeah, no, like I say, these women put on a show. It was one of the most entertaining women's matches I've seen in a while. Um, in the end, they just beat the living hell out of each other. I know wrestling is predetermined. We don't use a fake word around here. It is
I mean,
predetermined.
they still get hurt though.
Oh yeah, they still get hurt. We'll get to that later because night two is when everything happened.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
no, they just beat the living hell out of each other. They just smacked the shit out of each other to the point to where at the end, I look a cat. We're just kind of we're like fucking idiots. We have ADD over here. We're like I just look over and I see a cat walking. I'm like, oh look, a cat. But yeah, at the end, Rhea Ripley wins and she has
The
earned a Grand Slam champion, which means she has won almost basically every title there is in the women's division.
oh dang, really?
Yeah, from like even European, like she used to be like in a thing called NXT UK, which is owned by WWE.
Yeah,
She was their women's champion. She came over to the US and
won
was in
that one.
NXT, which is the still
Yeah,
WWE. She won the women's championship there, and then she won
yeah.
the
NXT is like the G League for
pretty
WWE.
much yeah.
Yeah.
So she won the championship there, and then she's also won the tag teams, and she won that one's she won the SmackDown before, and now she's won the Raw. So she has won every title that there is to win in WWE, and
And
she's only 27.
technically every big event too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Almost.
Almost every big event. But yeah, no, she is only 26, 27. So
What?
she's only in her 20s still.
Damn.
Yeah, and she's already won everything she could in WWE. So it's flipping crazy.
So she's good after this, honestly.
Yeah. And then I know you're gonna love this one. There was a little interlude. Fucking flies everywhere or mosquitoes. There's a little interlude or little timing between that match and the main event. So the Miz and Snoop Dogg came back out,
Yeah.
and they were going back and forth, and then Snoop Dogg kind of tricked the Miz into an open challenge, and that is when our boy Pat McAfee came out
Yeah.
and did an impromptu match against The Miz, and this was just I was just laughing my ass off the entire time. It didn't last that long. It was Pat McAfee was doing his thing, and then all of a sudden George Kittle, who has been on ringside the entire time, gets involved and just shoulder tackles The Miz and helps
The if people don't know, the tight end from the
San
49ers.
Francisco 49ers. Yeah, so George Kittle comes out, shoulder tackles The Miz while he's outside, puts him back in the ring, and then fucking Pat McAfee does his signature punt,
Yeah,
and then he knocks Miz out, and then 1, 2, 3, Pat McAfee wins. Like I
yeah.
said, it was nothing too much. It was just a little, killer time, or just a little buffer between, the main events. But oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I was singing along to Pat McAfee song too, like
Yeah.
oh oh oh. I bet you've heard this song before too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So he hold on one second. I forgot to plug this in. You mind
Mm.
plugging that in? Yeah, let me take you off screen real quick. Yeah. So no.
Show how prepared we are.
I know, right? We're professionals here. We're professionals. We always got to be professionals here, dude. Hey, but
So then after that, main event.
after that was the main event. Literally back. Okay, cool. So you're back. Okay. So literally 2 years in the making. The Usos, who came out with Little Uzi Vert singing his song.
Oh no way.
Yeah, Little Uzi Vert came out right after this and sang his song. His damn,
Yeah.
damn, I should rock, rock, rock that song. Which I think he only says like 5 words in that song, and it lasts like 2 minutes. I kid you not. You can hate me all you want. You can at me at the in the comments, but I swear that I've heard that song like 3 times, 4 times, and I'm like, does he only say like 4 or 5 words in that damn song? It only lasts like 2 minutes.
We need to see Little Uzi Vert versus Big Man.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, little versus big. Hell yeah, beat his ass every day. Anyways, so yeah, he came out to the song, and then the Usos came out with their entrance. By the way, some of these wrestlers came out wearing white, and a little secret: back when Vince McMahon was in charge, he never let wrestlers wear white for some stupid reason. So a lot of people took
Oh,
it. So a lot
okay.
of people took advantage of that, and then they started wearing white. Which I don't know why he wouldn't let them wear white, because some of their costumes were fucking badass, like white and gold, or white and blue. Just
I
every
wonder
shade of.
what that is.
I don't know. He hit. I mean, he had a rule that said you couldn't sneeze backstage. He didn't know. Vince McMahon didn't know what a burrito was for the longest.
Well, talking about Bismack, man, didn't he have a new look? Didn't he like dye his hair brown or something?
No,
Porno
he has a
stash.
porno stash. I've seen a picture of it. Oh my god, he has the biggest. That is like the
What the
biggest
hell happened?
definition of porno stash ever. Like literally, he has just a
Yeah,
thin line like this. That is it.
but he dyed his hair too, didn't he?
Nah, nah. He probably dyed it black because he's all like he has nothing but gray hair and shit. But
Yeah, because he had his mustache and his hair dyed. I think.
maybe just to look younger. But I mean, the stash was just. It's just like a little pencil, just stash right here. Like Vince McMahon, the porn star. God, I'll see if I can put a picture on here, post edit. But yeah, no. But yeah, no. Going back, there was the Usos coming out with Lil Vert, and then after that was the biggest pop I think over the weekend was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens coming out.
What did they come out to? Or
They
to
just
their
came out
own
to their
songs?
they just came out to their
Oh, okay.
songs, and it just like I said, it just got the biggest. I think one of the biggest cheers of the weekend. And this match lasted over 20 minutes,
Dang.
over 25. I mean, it was a main event. It was like 20,
Yeah, yeah.
25 minutes, but it did not feel like it went 20 minutes, 25 minutes. There was a lot of drama. I mean, the story wise was just Sami Zayn, dynamic of being
Yeah.
the whole story just laid into a very entertaining 25 minute match.
Yeah, yeah.
And there were kick outs out of finish that protected, because whenever
Yeah.
whatever blah blah blah,
Yeah.
but some of there's still a few that are very protected. And
Yeah, like the
yeah,
Undertakers.
like the Undertaker, like he does a
Yeah,
tombstone
the
pile driver. Almost
Tombstone.
nobody's supposed to kick
Yeah.
out. So their move is called the 1D, which is basically the 3D. If you don't know like the Dudley Boys back in the
Yeah, yeah.
day. So basically, somebody throws somebody the ropes. He basically picks him up while the other guy grabs his neck and just kind of slams him to the ground. That's the 1D. That's what they call it. So
Who else used to do that? The rappers. Um, do you remember that crew?
the rappers.
The Yeah, it was the black tag team partners. It was a tall one and then one that would always come out with Timberland boots. Didn't they do that too? I gotta figure out what their name is.
Yeah, no. So they there was a lot of finishers, a lot of kickouts on finishers, and it culminated with Sami Zayn doing his finisher 3 times on a guy named Jey Uso. Because his finisher is basically somebody's in the corner, right? And he runs up to him
Yeah.
and basically gives him a big boot in the corner. It's called the haluva kick.
I was talking about Crime Time.
Crime Time. Oh,
Didn't
shit.
they do it too?
Yeah, sadly, one of the guys from Crime
Yeah,
Time
yeah,
actually passed away. But yeah, no, I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah,
yeah.
no. So yeah, no, it ended with Sami Zayn, like I said, hitting the haluva kick 3 times to Jey
Okay.
Uso, and then
Yeah.
just 1, 2, 3, boom,
Three
done.
times.
Yeah, 3 times. But yeah, no, that was like I said, it was a very entertaining night one. I was spent after that. I didn't I stopped live streaming after the Rhea Ripley one. I think it
Yeah.
was after the Rhea Ripley.
Oh, how did the stream go?
We got a few viewers,
Yeah.
not that many, but I mean, if we get more viewers, if we get more people subscribing, then I'll start maybe doing more live views like that, live streams. But then
We'll go to Kick.
we gotta go to WrestleMania night two. This ain't over, folks. This is gonna be a wrestling heavy show because that's the big thing that happened this weekend. So I don't know how many of y'all are still watching this. hey, hey, WrestleMania wrestling is still technically sports because on the thing it says sports entertainment.
Yeah.
So it's technically sports entertainment. So yeah, no. Night two started off with Omos versus the Beast, Brock
Oh, that was the first
Lesnar.
match.
That was the first match. I mean, Brock Lesnar doesn't get paid by the hour, so he's like, man,
Yeah.
fuck that. I get paid millions, so I might as well
Put me
leave.
first.
Yeah,
Let me leave first.
he wanted to beat the LA traffic, so I
Yeah,
would
he
too.
has a private jet.
Yeah, he's got a private jet. But Brock Lesnar versus Omos didn't even last full 5 minutes, dude. It was just one guy, the guy that he faced, Omos, 7'4", 410 pounds. So he's just a giant, tall dude.
Then, so the highlights I saw were probably the whole match. Then,
Pretty much, yeah. What you saw was pretty much a whole match. Is this guy slamming Brock Lesnar German suplex, this guy bear hugging Brock Lesnar, uh, and then another slam from the big guy. Brock Lesnar gets up, hits another German suplex, picks him up, F5, boom, 1, 2, 3, boom. That was basically it.
yeah, that's what
But
I basically saw. Then,
that's basically it. But I gotta admit, like, I didn't expect much from this match. That's exactly what I expected, and
yeah,
it delivered. I mean, it's just two big guys just kind of colliding.
yeah, yeah,
There is a match later on in night two that I want to get into. But speaking of big guys, but it comes out a little bit later. After this was the women's showcase, which was uh, trying to remember the rest of the women that went on here, but I know for sure it was Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey versus Raquel Rodriguez and Natalia. Was it Natalia? No, it was Shotzi and Natalia. Raquel Rodriguez and Ashley Green. Can't remember. It was just the rest of the women on the roster, basically, like, or most of the rest of the women on the roster. Just a women's showcase.
so how many was it? Like
Well,
eight?
it was two, yeah, eight women.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. It's an 8 woman tag team, but yeah, no, nothing really too much to talk about in this match. It's just some of the moves were kind of clunky because I'm not trying to offend the women wrestlers, but I mean, things happen in the wrestling. It's
Tread lightly.
I am trying lightly in wrestling. They're all human. Mistakes happen. Things aren't being timed right, so stuff happens. I have you on camera, right?
Yeah.
What are you trying? What are you recording?
Nothing. I'm pulling up the later
Uh
stuff.
huh. Uh huh. You're recording it, putting on our OnlyFans.
Whoa! What happened? What the hell? Here we go.
But yeah, no. Yeah, like I said, nothing too much to talk about. I mean, the women they did an okay job. Pretty little buffer, and it ended with Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler winning, which they didn't do much. Uh, they there's news that's saying that Ronda Rousey is injured. So
Like from that fight
no, not from that fight. It's just
overall.
yeah, overall, like
Oh, okay.
she was injured before the
Dang.
so
Something serious? Or she just couldn't really do much?
kind of serious stuff. I hear
Mm.
this. So Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalia and Shotzi, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Tony Deville. Yeah, so that was that. Oh God, which one
So
was
for all that match was shit.
mm, say more of all the matches over the weekend?
That
That would
was
be
like,
here. Bottom match.
in other words, men wrestlers.
Okay, and then after this, oh my God, pause this big beefy man slapping man meat. That's why I said pause. In wrestling fans would understand this, but it's basically for the Intercontinental Championship. It was Gunther versus Sheamus versus McIntyre. You're looking at me weird. Basically, it was a hoss fight.
Yeah.
It's a big hoss fight. It was basically just three guys just beating the living hell out of each other. I kid you not, this was my favorite match of the entire weekend because
Because of the big man.
not only that, it's just big sweaty man.
Whoa. Big man.
Yeah, not only that, it's just these guys beat the living hell out of each other, and I mean that in a literal sense. Like you can't fake some of the stuff they did.
Was it just a triple threat
It
or
was
was it a
a
special match?
it was a triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship, but holy hell, dude! Just one thing you can't fake in wrestling are chops.
Yeah.
And afterwards, it looked like basically somebody got a cheese grater to each one of their chests and just.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at me with the disgust. Yeah, like you have your okay, you're looking at it with disgust, but
Yeah.
that's basically what it is. It's just one guy, Gunter, the champion. He chopped so. They were at SoFi Stadium, by the way. He chopped so hard. I've had my volume on my TVs like in one of the lowest settings, so like I can just kind of barely hear it.
Yeah.
You basically heard this. Like, you could hear it clearly on the microphone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but with me having the TV like literally on the other side of my room,
Dang.
with the being low. That's all you heard. Just and imagine that ringing all over the stadium,
That's probably cool.
bro. I kid you not. Every time I heard that, and like I was watching it, every time I heard it, I'm like, it just like you get
Yeah.
that feel. Like, what if somebody chopped you in your chest right now?
I don't know.
Here, let me do it right now for you.
Hell no.
But yeah, no. It's just like I said. It's just three big guys just beating the shit out of each other. It ended with Gunther at the end of it. Sheamus hit his finisher on Drew McIntyre, so Drew McIntyre was out. So he was pinning him, and then Gunther flies from the corner, big guy, flies from the corner, does a splash on top of it to break it, gets back up, gets Sheamus in a power bomb, and literally power bombs him on top of the Drew McIntyre while he's kind of trying to get up, and he power bombs him on his back, and I hit the thing on his back, and then
Oh, I think I saw that
yeah, it
picture.
was a fucking
Yeah.
badass sequence to finish it. So he hits a power bomb on back, and then he picks him up again, does another power bomb, and then 1, 2, 3, Gunther is still the champion.
Oh, okay.
But for those of you who don't watch wrestling that much, I implore you to watch it. You're gonna be wincing at some of the slaps and some of the chops that you hear. Uh, we already recorded 40 minutes.
Yeah, man.
It was a long weekend. Honestly, it was hard to fucking follow that up. It's gonna be hard no matter what. The women's, I mean, Bianca Belair, who's been for basically a whole year. They're very talented wrestlers, but after the crowd was worn out from that fight earlier, from just it was kind of hard for them to pick back up after this. So, which credit to into it near the end,
Yeah.
but in its 15, 20
Oh,
minutes, and Bianca Belair won. So the champion retained in that.
okay.
So I'm just trying to rush through that one because there's still two more matches after this. So after that, we got the Edge versus Finn Balor, or Demon King Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty cool. Edge came out with Slayer as his entrance music.
Yeah, like you said they had
South of the Gate.
kind of leaked it, right?
Yeah, no. So no, well, his theme song is Metalingus by
No, but last episode you said that they kind of leaked it that he was probably gonna come out as the vampire.
oh, Demon Finn Balor. Yeah, no, yeah,
No,
yeah. Well, yeah, Edge.
Edge.
Yeah. So he came out like that. He came out with like fire and all that stuff. But the song playing in the background was actually Slayer, which points to him. That is a cool song. So yeah, and then Finn Balor came on his demon persona, and he came out with the entrance and all that.
Yeah.
It was a good match until a ladder was introduced into the match
Okay.
because Edge threw the ladder at Finn Balor, and he legit got cut open. He had a gash on his forehead
Damn.
to the point to where the cameras cut off of him to just focus on Edge like for a good 5-10 minutes. Turns out he had a whole gash to where the doctors came in, gave him a numbing agent, and basically stapled or like glued his gash back in, but it just took away from the match. Um, Props to Edge for killing time by trying to find weapons and stuff while the doctor did their job. But yeah, like I said, it was a good match. Props to Finn Balor after getting cut, just still powering through because it just like dude like it, I saw a picture of the gash and it looked like he got just cut. I mean, it was a freak accident, so it's nothing you could do. So the finish what came after Edge hits a spear, gets two chairs, and hits the concerto is what it's called whenever he puts his head on top of the chair and he hits him with another one, and then 1, 2, 3, Edge wins. So yeah, it's I can go on about more stuff that happened, but that's pretty much what happened. And I mean, it sucks that he got hurt because I wish he wouldn't have gotten hurt because it might have more stuff might have happened.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Shit happens. Speaking of injuries,
No, don't do it to him.
okay, we had another Miz and Snoop Dogg little
Interlude.
thing, little ring. Um, the Miz was mad at Snoop Dogg for that open challenge, so he baited him into another open challenge, and Snoop Dogg is like, everybody thinks that Snoop Dogg is gonna fight him. It's like, no, it's him, and then here comes the money.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon, and returns to WWE to WrestleMania. I can't,
Oh,
I can't, I shouldn't be laughing because of what happened, but So Shane McMahon makes his return, right? They get a ref out, and she rings the bell. Shane McMahon does his little fake punches.
Yeah.
I always think that's funny whenever he's he does little punches, and then he throws the Miz to the ropes, does a leapfrog, and as he lands, blows out his knee and tears his quad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my freaking god,
Then
this can't be happening.
he
This is
rolled both ankles,
yeah.
tried to stay up, and then his knee said nope.
Mm-hmm. So he um,
Everybody kind of saw the clip, trended for a while.
yeah.
They went to a corner, looking at him. What the hell do I? The ref was shot. Poor Shane. Poor Shane. He didn't deserve.
Yeah. No, he didn't deserve that. So seemed well isn't Snoop Dogg though. They did a fantastic job just kind of
Yeah,
playing with it.
yeah.
So punches them twice, knocks him down, and he does a people's elbow on the Miz, which I just literally just like, hey, like I yelled in my room, like I was watching it in my room, and I literally yelled when he hit that. I'm like Snoop Dogg with the Snoop elbow, with the doggy elbow, and then Snoop Dogg 1, 2, 3, which means technically Snoop Dogg is undefeated at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Snoop Dogg is undefeated at WrestleMania. My boy Snoop Dogg, Uncle Snoop. And then we had to get to the main event. Over 900 days as champion, Roman Reigns defended his title against the returning Cody Rhodes. And the way they built this up was basically Cody Rhodes trying to win the title for the first time for his family. You know, Roman Reigns champion for over 900 days. And yeah, we the ones because after an amazing 30-minute match, 35-minute match, it ended in the most stupidest way possible. Honestly, I was gonna give this like I was gonna say this match was a 5 star because of how amazing it was,
Yeah.
but the ending really just threw me out of it. So basically, Cody Rhodes had the match won, like like went back and forth. His name is Solo Sikoa, and then Solo Sikoa kept on getting involved to
Oh,
the point to where the ref didn't see him, but he heard him do something, so he kicked him out. And then later on in the match, the ref got knocked out. Of course, he did knock down. And then the Usos came out, hit Cody Rhodes with their finisher,
damn.
but then Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens came out, helped him, did their finisher on the Usos to take them out, and then they did their finisher on Roman Reigns. So both of them were Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes were down, and then they just kept on going that back at it back and forth for a little bit, and then Cody Rhodes had the match won because he was doing his finisher. He did it once, and then he was going for a second time, but then Paul Heyman distracted the referee after he got back up,
Mm,
and then the Solo Sikoa came back, hit his
yeah.
finisher on Cody Rhodes when the ref wasn't looking, and then Roman Reigns hit the spear, and then 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is still the champion over 900 days, and if it extends to a certain point this year, he'll be the fourth longest reigning champion in WWE history, beating Pedro Morales. And that's
Damn.
way back when. That's like back in like the 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, like I said, that night 2, the only thing that I really enjoyed was that big, match between Gunther and Sheamus and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
But overall, WrestleMania weekend was over 6 hours of just pretty fun stuff to watch. So, what was a few things that you saw that you really liked over WrestleMania?
I mean, the clips I said at the beginning, Logan Paul, Frog splashing KSI, uh, the clips of Mysterio against Dominic. What else did I see? I saw clips of Usos versus Sammy and Kevin. Oh, and then Brock. Other than that, I mean, they didn't. Like I said, WWE does good to where they limit their clips to just kind of something to catch your eye for you to go download Peacock or whatever. I mean, overall, it looked good. Everything I saw, all the highlights I saw on Twitter, and they looked pretty cool. Everything looked fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, oh yeah, of course, Pat McAfee coming out, Snoop. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I saw from WrestleMania.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get this off real quick. Sorry, doing a little editing while you're rambling on. But another thing that happened over this weekend was WWE has been bought by the parent company of the UFC,
Hmm.
which means the UFC and WWE are going to basically merge into one like big super sports company by a company called Endeavor.
Yeah.
So basically, what this means is everything is going to be controlled by UFC's parent company, but they're still going to be the same people in charge by WWE.
Okay.
I haven't heard if they're going to rename him or rename WWE or if they're going to add new stuff or but it was finalized I think Saturday night, and then they just released the news. No, it was finalized Sunday night,
Sunday.
Sunday like afternoon, yeah,
Afternoonish.
afternoon
Yeah.
right before the show started, actually. But and it is huge news. There were rumors that WWE is going to be bought by a Saudi Arabia company, but nobody really wanted that. So what that means is Vince McMahon is still going to be
President.
still CEO is going to be Amir Khan, or not Amir Khan. It's got a isn't that the boxer Amir Khan?
Yeah.
There's a lot of cons in fucking professional stuff.
Yeah.
You got Amir Khan, you got Tony Khan, you got Nick Khan. Nick Khan is the CEO of WWE. He's still going to be in charge. Dana White's still going to be the CEO of UFC. But overall, they haven't really fully released the details. All they know is they said that WWE and UFC are going to merge into one super company under
Yeah.
Endeavor.
Which is now worth like 21 billion.
Mm-hmm. 21.
So
That's a
that's
lot.
not.
That's a lot
Yeah,
more.
I saw Conor McGregor post a picture of him with the UFC belt and a WWE belt, and then he put hashtag inevitable. So maybe he'll want to get a WWE match.
Imagine that Conor McGregor in WWE. That I think he's built for that. I think he should be
Yeah, he
there.
is.
Well, he's built for that, but he needs to watch his mouth because he likes to cuss a lot.
They'll probably,
Bleep it out.
yeah, or they'll probably
Uh,
put like a little warning sign before each of his matches. Oh, because I don't know if they still do it, but remember back in the day they would put the WWE not suitable for children like in the corner. Maybe they'll do that for his matches.
uh,
But yeah, I saw that. So yeah, like you said, nothing really has been said about it. They just showed that they finalized the deal. So we'll see what they're doing. Other superstars and let them have like one or two UFC matches. Think they'll do that?
well, the thing about the UFC is they let their fighters do other things extra besides UFC fighting, so that way they can earn extra income. Like some of the women, they do OnlyFans, they do sponsorship dealerships or sponsored deals, so they can make extra money outside of the UFC. WWE doesn't allow that,
Yeah, that's what I was
which is
about to
stupid.
say.
I mean, they're pretty much that's their name they're using to make money. So, but I don't know if they're gonna change that now that they're being bought by Endeavor. We'll have to wait and see. But that's the biggest news coming out of this weekend. Speaking of UFC,
Yes, sir.
This
This
weekend,
Saturday.
this Saturday, Mario Day.
Yep.
Pereira versus Adesanya 2 for the. Oh, and then also Jorge Masvidal is fighting in this pay per view,
Yeah.
which I
Co-main
this
event.
article that the title said, he's hinting at this might be his last fight. So
Well, yeah, because he has his like own promotion. He'll focus on what is it like Game Bread
yeah, Game Brady,
fighting?
yeah, Game fighting. So yeah, no, Pereira versus Adesanya for the is it the middleweight championship? Middleweight, yeah.
Uh,
Is it middleweight or
no, I
welterweight?
think it's lightweight.
Is it lightweight?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
because while they were uh pushing John Jones versus Israel.
was it? Hold on, let's see what division he's in.
I think it is lightweight. Because aren't there like 75? I
Hold on, I'm looking it up
think
now.
middle. Uh, John Edwards.
And Edwards.
They're saying UFC, but overall is their
Oh, because they fought
yeah
3 times in
they
other
fought in
days.
kickboxing.
Let's see.
Look for what it was. From the first one, the early thing tolerate.
Shit, I can't really remember. Been, it's been a minute. Middleweight. There you go. So,
One comp.
my
So who's the light?
it up right now. I'm at the what? So ranking
Oh, this was like it wasn't. And
pound for 5 weight. Where's the light heavyweight? Jamal Hill.
that's right. Yeah.
Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, cool. So yeah, the UFC event you got in this fight.
Uh, Israel to win. But, I mean, he rocked him the first one, and Pereira got saved by the bell on the first one.
Oh, you did.
Because 3-4 more seconds, he would have knocked them out, and they would have stopped it. And that was what the first round, right? First, second round.
I think so.
I think Israel needs to focus his chakra and finally end this mess of getting mad. He honestly, he's living rent free in his head. 3 knockouts. I mean, the first one to me, it could have been called an early stoppage, but technically, overall, book rule wise, he was not. He was just bobbing and weaving. He wasn't throwing punches back. So when a ref sees that, you have to kind of stop it because you're not defending yourself. But so the first one was I want Israel to win just so they can fight a third time, and then hopefully Israel wins the third time.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
But yeah, I mean they can hear your voice. So who do you think is gonna win?
I do not like Israel Adesanya.
Oh, you don't.
I know. I do not like it.
So
If
you
you've
good
seen the
with him
other
losing?
podcasts that we've made, there might be a little pattern, but I'm telling you,
Whoa.
yeah, no, it's just a coincidence. There's nothing too big. It's just I just don't like Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
It's just for some reason I don't like him.
Racist.
Just take it. Don't take that to face value. It's just I
Yeah.
don't like their personality. That's all it is. The showman, but
Yeah.
showmanship. I mean, Conor McGregor, like I said, I love he was one of my favorite fighters. until he started getting annoying with his cockiness. It's like, yeah, like I'm the best. I'm like, bro, like chill the fuck out. Like you're I know you're the champion. Just chill the fuck out. Same thing
Yeah.
goes with Anderson Silva, who, by the way, is getting inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame,
Mm-hmm.
and so is who was
Cowboy
it?
Cerrone.
Cowboy Cerrone. So two of the greatest of all time to do it are being inducted, and
Yeah, Cowboy has one of the like best combos, like knockout. I don't know if you remember, but that combo, I think it was like a right hook, left hook, elbow, and then the guy goes down and then he kicks him like perfectly in the head. We got if people know what I'm talking about, I think that was like one of the best UFC combos ever. So
yeah,
yeah, he deserves it. Cowboy deserves it.
yeah, no, yeah, Cowboy and Spider Silva both deserve to be in the UFC Hall of Fame. It just
Yeah, yeah, both of them. Yeah, especially. Well, I mean, Cowboy does too, because Cowboy moved through a whole bunch of classes. Yeah, he has a whole bunch of losses, but that's one thing people forget, that he went from class to class back to, he was going up and down a lot. So respect to him for that. And then Silva, of course, we all know Silva. But yeah, so you want Pereira to win, basically.
yep, I want Pereira to win.
You think this one's gonna go the distance?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the judges are going to score this champion's favor. Pereira wins it.
Mm.
I think it's gonna be dead even, but the champion's gonna get the advantage, so they're gonna give it to Pereira.
I think it's gonna be just like the first one.
You think so,
It's gonna be technical the first two, and then just a brawl the next three.
dude? I need a I need another camera because this camera sucks. I look all blurry and shit. Like if you need to,
Oh
like,
yeah,
yeah, like on my end, you look super clear.
maybe it's the light.
Maybe I don't know. I
Try to
just
turn on the light, just like that.
let me put you on screen. Quick, talk about UFC or anything else.
But that's pretty much it for UFC. Um, I think we missed the Edward Usman fight, right? Like we didn't get to talk about the result of that one. We can do a little quick brief of that one. Do you remember about it? 'Cause I don't. I
Leon
don't.
beating Kamara a majority decision.
Yeah, it was an okay fight.
Yeah, I remember. I remember a little bit because I mean I saw it and I had my thoughts on it, but then your car broke down and then it was you.
Yes, sir.
So anything else you wanna relay?
I mean, it's already now. So
Get the next couple minutes seconds full screen. You got anything to say?
I mean, the other big thing, which will probably take too much time, so we'll talk about it the next episode, because by then they'll have another gameplay. It is the Mavericks and the fucking disaster that's going on with them. Talk about that next episode. But yeah, other than that, we had Formula One. Checo Perez finished fifth, and he started P20, so that's good for him. He went from 20 all the way to fifth. Yeah, the Mavericks are a shit show right now. Yeah, that's pretty much WrestleMania, UFC this weekend. Uh, oh, we had Benavides versus Plant that we also couldn't talk about, but that was just
Yeah, this is a wrestling heavy episode, so I
that's
mean,
fine.
wrestling was just it was all weekend, so of course it was gonna take a chunk of this.
Yeah,
But I got one final thing to say. My rants.
David's daily rant.
I got one thing. It's not a rant. It's more of a last words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom from David Parra.
Words of wisdom, and take these to heart, folks. You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. And with that said, we shall see you on the next one. Peace.